Welcome to Nancy Drew's Secret of the Scarlet Hand. We're gonna do Junior Detective. Oh, whoops. I just realized there's no sound. Get the sound.
Welcome to my latest case, Secret of the... Dear Dad, greetings from the new deputy curator at Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I miss you, by the way. How's Africa? I sure hope this letter reaches you in Ouagadougou before you move on to Nairobi. So I got the internship. Your old friend Franklin Rose was awfully nice to submit my name to the rest of the members of the museum's board of directors. What an opportunity while I'm in between cases. As you probably know, the museum specializes in ancient Maya culture. My supervisor is going to be Joanna Riggs, a well-known archaeologist. Maybe you've seen her name in the news recently, in conjunction with the discovery of a strange Maya monolith. Apparently, it's created quite a buzz among experts in the field. Well, Beach Hill plans to feature the monolith in an upcoming exhibition. Just imagine, this artifact has been buried for hundreds of years, and now it's going to be unveiled to the public for the first time. The museum is short-staffed at the moment, and they're expecting such a huge turnout that they've closed their doors to prepare. I can hardly wait to dig into this exciting project and learn how archaeologists and historians solve the mysteries of ancient cultures. I'll keep you posted. Love, Nancy.
Love Nancy.
Nancy Drew, I presume. I'm Joanna Riggs. Welcome to Beach Hill. I was just checking the lock on this display case. This is one of the museum's most treasured pieces, a carving of King Pakal.
Who is King Pakal?
Pakal assumed the throne at age 12. Can you imagine? That was 615 A.D. He ruled for 68 years at the height of the Maya civilization.
Is that jade?
Yes, the Maya loved jade and used it for many of their carvings. There isn't another piece like this in the world, and it's priceless, which means I practically had to sell my own grandmother to get it.
How did the museum acquire it?
Leave it to Taylor Sinclair. He's a wizard when it comes to these deals. You'll meet him later. Now then, Nancy, you're coming on board at a critical time for Beach Hill. An exhibit of this caliber is not kid stuff. Franklin Rose assures me you're a real trooper, and I hope he's right because I'm not here to babysit. I don't care who your father is.
He said, you better not be a Nepo baby. I'm glad to be here, or if there's one thing I've learned from my father, it's the value of hard work. Just tell me where to start.
If there's one thing I've learned from my father, it's the value of hard work. Just tell me where to start.
There's a list of tasks for you in the lab. Once you've knocked those off, we'll regroup.
Where's the rest of the staff around here?
We've had to make some, budget cutbacks, so we'll be relying heavily on our volunteer staff. Namely, you. Besides Henrik and me, the only people who will be around to pester you are Taylor Sinclair, my ace art dealer, and Alejandro Del Rio, attaché to the Mexican consulate and executive thorn in my side.
You definitely shouldn't have a hostile relationship with someone who's protecting their culture. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing this out. You shouldn't be introducing him as the executive thorn in your side either.
Tell me more about the exhibit.
In addition to our permanent collection, we're borrowing rare pieces from museums and private collectors around the world. Soon we'll be sitting on the most fabulous collection of Maya artifacts ever assembled in one place. And now that we've scored the monolith too, Beach Hill sera numero uno.
Was the monolith excavated in Mexico?
Yes, a hot young team of archaeologists, Americans and Mexicans both, dug it out of a cave near Palenque. Every curator from here to Siberia was trying to get a hold of it, but I'm the one who closed the deal.
What does this monolith look like?
It's a massive pillar of stone, nearly 1,500 years old, with Maya glyphs carved into it. We've installed it in the garden. Wait until you see it.
Could you explain what a glyph is?
A glyph, as in hieroglyphic, is a picture that represents a word or an idea. Henrik is the human encyclopedia on the subject.
Ah. Either ADHD or autistic is what she just said. We'll see.
How many glyphs are there in all?
Henrik can help you with that.
Henrik, is he on staff here at the museum?
Henrik Vanderheun, world-renowned expert in Maya hieroglyphics. He's the latest addition to the Beach Hill Brain Trust. I told him I don't even want to see his pointy Vander head till he's got a translation on that monolith.
Any last advice before I get down to business?
Semper ubi sabubi.
What? Sorry about the flash. I'm moving the chat over so I can see it better. Hey, that was Joanna. The Great Plaza of something Guatemala. Guatemala. Anything else you can look at in here? Art in the Americas, April 2002, hidden Guatemala. An interview with Prudence Rutherford. Frida Kahlo revisited the U.S. folk art craze, the artifact smuggling industry. An interview with Prudence Rutherford by Daphne Wu. Wu, how did a New York society woman like yourself end up in Topeka, Kansas? Rutherford, my husband, Herbert Laszlo, was a hydro engineer. When he got appointed to head up the Kansas River Flood Control Project, naturally we came to Topeka. When Herbert drowned, everyone thought I would make a beeline back to New York, but after 36 years in Topeka, I just didn't have the heart to leave. The truth is, this is my home now. Woo. Just an aside, I find it interesting that you never took his name. That was almost unheard of at the time of your marriage, wasn't it? Rutherford. Yes, well, I never was one to worry about conventions, and where I come from, once a Rutherford, always a Rutherford. Woo. Well, you certainly have been a trailblazer. Now back to Topeka. What about your love for the arts? What in the world do you do for culture and entertainment here? Rutherford, oh my stars, don't underestimate Topeka, dear. The arts are alive and well here. We have theater, symphony, and over 20 art galleries. I organize the St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Corn Growers Ball, and I sit on the board of the Topeka Commission for the Arts, too. This is the capital of Kansas, after all. Woo. Miss Rutherford, Art Appraiser is thrilled to be featuring your fire ruby necklace in this month's issue. Please, tell us about this extraordinary piece of jewelry. Rutherford, the necklace originally belonged to Herbert's mother, Hester, rest her soul. We never got along. Oh, but those rubies really did blaze, like a burning ring of fire round her neck. Woo. You had the necklace altered when you inherited it, isn't that right? Rutherford, yes. Well, Hester's spirit was just a bit too overpowering in the necklace. I felt like I was going to be strangled whenever I wore it. So I decided to add a piece from my own family to balance out the energies and, you know, make it my own. Pictured, Lady Rutherford's fire ruby necklace.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. How cultured.
Oh, whoops. Woo, you must be referring to that extraordinary jade piece. Tell me about it. Rutherford, my great-grandmother Ruffleton Rutherford was one of the premier archaeologists of his day. This jade carving came from one of his most groundbreaking digs. Whoops, no pun intended. At a Maya ruin in the Amazon jungle. I believe the year was 1898. So you shouldn't have this, is what you're saying. He stole it, and now it's your stolen property. You should give it back. Woo, so this is a real Maya artifact? Rutherford. Yes, carved by real Maya hands. And isn't it just amazing to think how many more hands this piece has passed through on its way to 21st century Topeka? Oh my stars, it gives me goosebumps. Woo, any idea what the carving symbolizes? Rutherford. Well, this picture is a glyph. In Mayan culture, it stands for a number of things. Snake, green, south, and I'm not sure what else. Woo, fascinating. Rutherford. Isn't it though? This necklace is one of my most prized possessions. That's why I keep it at the villa. I just can't bear to have it locked up in some cold bank vault where I can never see it or wear it. The insurance company advises me against it, but I tell them, jewelry is to be worn and enjoyed, darlings. Don't you agree? Woo. Certainly, Miss Rutherford. And now, with this article, many more people will be able to enjoy your extraordinary necklace. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Rutherford, the pleasure was all mine. Uh-oh, I think I left the stove on. Some things still remain beyond our expertise, just not your adventure plans. Geek Key Outfitters. Just looking at everything. The game's lagging a little bit. Probably because it's so old. Hold up a second. Time to leave.
I need something to get this open.
Okay, I need a key for that. Finding the Maya. Temple key card. 5th. Mayan glyph for road. That's all that's in there. I'm gonna make my own to-do list. Get the whole headphone display case. Display case open. Addenda to the Palenque Monolith Loan Contract between the Republic of Mexico and Beach Hill Museum, Washington, D.C., USA. Paragraph 7, Section 8A. Beach Hill shall make 2 payments of $250,000, the first being paid upon execution of this contract, the second being paid 30 days after the delivery of property. Paragraph 7, Section 10A. The duration of the loan shall be 90 days from the opening of the exhibit and no more than 200 days total. Paragraph 12, Section 1C. During the period of the loan, Beach Hill shall have the exclusive right to reproduce images of the property for the following derivative works. Postcards, posters, t-shirts, coffee mugs, keychains, and mouse pads. Paragraph 20, Section 22D. Beach Hill shall assume full liability in the amount of $1 million for the property for the duration of the agreement. Joanna Riggs has signed it, but not Alejandro. Alejandro. I guess this is going to be important. Look at it. The major contributors.
Topeka Commission for the Arts. That's the organization Prudence Rutherford works for.
Cool.
How are the tasks coming along?
I haven't seen the list yet.
Well, get cracking. The last deputy curator was like a tempest in a teapot around here. Caused me nothing but grief.
Who was this so-called Tempest?
I'll tell you about Sunny some other time.
Sunny!
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
Prolific! We always hear about Sunny all over the place. Been all over the world. Just like Nancy Drew. I'm guessing this is the exit. Yep. Let's stay.
Good thing Franklin gave me the museum key.
Let me go find that list.
This side looks damaged.
Hello?
Nancy Drew, or should I say, Detective Drew. I'm Sinclair.
Who told you I was a detective?
Yeah,
I was
who
at a
told
meeting
you?
with the VOD recently, and I caught wind of your appointment and your credentials. Very impressive, if I do say so myself.
The BOD?
That would be the board of directors, those cranky old cats. They do keep the ducks squared away around here, I'll give them that. So, how's this for a specimen? Ever seen $1 million worth of rock before?
Do diamonds count?
Ouch. Well, they did say you were sharp. Seriously, though, thank goodness you're here. I'm afraid the museum may be in terrible jeopardy.
Oh no! Is there something I can do?
Joanna told me to butt out, but I'm so fond of Beach Hill, I just hate to see it fall prey to scoundrels.
What scoundrel?
What scoundrels?
It's a sensitive subject. Meet me in my office later and I'll explain everything then.
You've got me worried. Can't we talk now?
Just meet me later. 707 Bing Cherry Boulevard. I've got to go. Enjoy your first day at Beach Hill.
707 something Cherry Boulevard. Sinclair's office. Meet with him.
Interesting.
Interesting. I'm not looking at any of the interesting that. Oh, okay. This is the staff area. And there are glyphs everywhere. Funny stuff. Fine. Thanks, Sunny. Hi, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? I just started the game. Order ASAP. Oh, okay. This is my to-do list.
Newbie_live just redeemed hydrate.
Thanks for the hydrate. You're doing okay? Glad to hear it. Anything you're doing today? Sort out shards of pottery and reassemble pots. Of pottery. Reassemble. I'm gonna do that first. Property of Sunny June. No Cocoa Kringle for you, buddy. No Cocoa Kringle for you, buddy. Notes, 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 notes. I hate that, but same, it's all random. Or is it? Choosing when I pass, when the computer passes. 4 pieces of corn, different than dice. Try Pascal's triangle. Okay, let me write down Pascal's triangle. One, 2, 4, 5. Just resting today, no plans. That's good. I also was mostly resting yesterday. Then there's 3 in the middle. Four, 6, 4. Three, 3. Then 2. Aliens did it. To Mexico artifacts. Alejandro rocks. The Beach Hill game. Blah, blah, blah. Stop losing my things. Blah, blah, blah. Stop breaking my stuff. Quit daydreaming. Get to work, Sunny. What's she got up her sleeve? Hurricane Sunny, yeah! Saw Sinclair the other day. Warning, never look directly at Sinclair's tie. Oh, that audio narration thingy is gonna be so much work. Luckily, old Hurricane Sunny managed to borrow Joanna's notes for the project. Note to self, must distract Joanna only after her coffee break. Let's see, garden. Rotunda. Okay, so this is what he has so far. I'm drawing it. Have you had captions on streams before, or am I imagining it? But are there no captions? Oh my god. They were disabled. Thank you for letting me know. I wonder why they were disabled. Okay. Now they're working. Thank you so much. At least my Let's Plays are completely captioned. A little plug. H and then K. That's supposed to be J? And then the temple. Row. That's the highlights. That's definitely where my let's plays are too. I need to update that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's plays, highlights, and clips. I'm trying to have everything on that channel captioned, so it's a little slow getting stuff up there. L I D. Then on the right side, got dots. And the music has stopped because I've been on here for so long. E N M E F A. And we're calling the bottom Honda. Sure must surf web. Sure wish the lab had a computer. I just have to check out the latest alien adventure games. www.justadventure.com. If only someone would make a game about the Maya. And toss in some aliens. UFOs, of course. Sunny's latest adventure game is #1. Temple in the City. This museum gig is such a boring job. Uh-oh, Joanna found out about the stinky cheese incident. Big trouble now. I wonder who ratted out on me. Must have been that Coco Bandit. Whoops, I hear Storm and Joanna coming over. Better hide this. Thank you so much, Sunny. What a great help. He is definitely ADHD. Let's take one of these bars. No? But he doesn't work here anymore. We can take them. Okay, I said I was gonna do the pottery thing first. Oh.
I need to find another piece.
I need one more piece.
You must be Nancy, the new deputy curator. I'm Henrik Vanderheun.
Pleased to meet you. What are you working on?
Just some light housekeeping.
Huh? Housekeeping?
Keeping artifacts clean is an important aspect of preserving them. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I'm not sure what to do with those shards of pottery Joanna left for me.
Play around with those pieces until you've reconstructed the pot they once were. There may be a few extraneous pieces. Likewise, you may find yourself on a scavenger hunt for a piece or two, if I know Sunny June.
Did you know the deputy curator who was here before me?
Hurricane Sunny? I'm afraid I did. If he wasn't losing paperwork or setting off the fire alarm, he was cornering our visitors with his theory that the Maya were abducted by aliens. I'm afraid you'll be cleaning up his messes for a while.
I'm curious about your work. How do you go about translating a glyph anyway?
It can be a complicated process. involving research, piecing lots of different elements together, and a healthy dose of guesswork.
So there isn't a definitive dictionary of Maya glyphs where you can look things up?
Oh, I'm afraid not. You see, glyphs are so intricate and full of subtleties that multiple meanings may be embedded in a single glyph. So 3 distinct-looking glyphs may all translate to mean sunshine, roughly, but with different nuances. There is so much we still don't know. Lucky for me, I guess, or I'd be out of a job.
What is the SpectroX Archeo Analyzer for?
It's used for identifying chemical compounds that are found on artifacts, traces of ink, blood, charcoal, and other substances. The beauty of the machine is that it can collect these traces without damaging the artifact in any way. But it cost us a fortune, so don't fiddle with it unless you get Joanna's permission.
Joanna turned me loose without too many instructions. Do you have any advice for me?
Well, as you've probably heard, the museum is closed in preparation for the exhibit, so you'll have free run of the place. Please explore. The sooner you get to know your way around, the better. Think of the lab as your home base, your center of communications. Anyone who wants to get in touch with you will leave a note or a voicemail here, so check in often. I'm very busy with my work, so you're going to have to be pretty independent, but I suspect you wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm not sure how to go about rearranging those exhibit narrations.
It's really quite simple. Check out the Convermatic auto narrator in shipping and receiving. You'll need some headphones. First determine which of the exhibits in the main hall could rightly be called Exhibit A. Change Exhibit A's narration number until you're seeing what you're hearing, or hearing what you're seeing, and it's all downhill from there.
Convomatic auto narrator and shipping.
See you around, Henrik.
Will do.
Hi, Milk. I don't need to do.
It's locked.
Locked. Bring addenda to monolith loan agreement to Alejandro Del Rio at the Mexican consulate for signature. I did pick it up. Write that down. At Mexican consulate. Matt, order bubble wrap, packing tape, sticky label. Order shipping. Match recorded narration. Reorder Maya numbering exhibit. So I can do the order bubble wrap thing. Gonna let me.
You have no voicemail.
Write down that. Supplies. It is 202 555 996.
You have no voicemail.
What?
You have no voicemail.
The 202 was extreme.
Silvio's curatorial bonanza.
I'd like to place an order, please.
Have you ordered from us before?
Yes, I think so. We have an account number.
Okay, good. That saves me a lot of paperwork. What's the account number?
BH119K.
BH119. BH119K? Beach Hill? Are you serious?
Howdy!
That's right. I'm the new deputy curator,
doing?
Nancy Drew.
Well, whoop-de-doo, it's Nancy Drew. But Silvio's curatorial bonanza no longer does business with Beach Hill. I've sent all 6 of the outstanding invoices to a collection agency.
Great that you're doing good.
And you jokers won't get another packing peanut out
Any
of Silvio
plans for today?
Jr. ever. Do not call here again.
Well, I'm gonna bother him.
Silvio's curatorial bonanza is open from 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. Please call back during regular business hours.
Okay. Let's call Franklin Rose. Whoever that is.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose. May I speak to Franklin Rose, please? Who may I say is calling? This is Nancy Drew. Just a minute, please.
Nancy, great to hear from you. How's the internship treating you? Are Joanna and Henrik showing you the ropes?
So far, so good, I think. There's a lot of work to do before we launch this exhibit, but somehow we'll pull it off.
Glad to hear you're settling in. I'm off to a meeting, but feel free to call me if you have any questions.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
That's it? Now I need to find pottery. Definitely thought you were following a while ago, but you've been enjoying the stream. Oh, thank you for the follow. And I'm glad you've been enjoying the stream. Trying to... God, it's so loud outside. BH1113. Has a keypad on it. While the other one has a padlock. That one is 117-04. Padlock. I need to find last bit of pottery.
It's locked. It needs a card.
Well, that didn't work. Need key card. Around.
I should put in my temple key card.
Oh, okay, I'm supposed to be matching them. For all these lifts. Uh-huh. There's a lot of drawing off screen. This other one, maybe that's the wind. No, it's not the wind. It's not one of these. If I could, I would show what I'm writing down. Last two. Just a very simple. Two dots. Two dots. I mean, two circles, not dots. One, two. Okay, gotta watch out for those. A quiz. Pakal rules over which city? Not gonna lie, this makes me think of this unfiction done by Sagan Hawks about a creepy dinosaur game for some reason. I wonder why. What's the game called? Do you remember? Okay. Name of Pascal's mother. It's called Triassic Hall. I guess the reason it makes me think of the game is because it felt very authentic. Oh, cool. I can't move on. I was hoping that I'd be able to write down the questions beforehand. Only write down some at a Oh! That's the last piece. This is water. For all this. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dots. Water. We're gonna learn some ancient Maya today.
Greetings.
I'm supposed to order more packing supplies, but the company says they won't do business with us anymore. Does Beach Hill have bills it can't pay?
No comment.
But Henrik, how am I supposed to get this order taken care of?
I hereby absolve you of that task. If Joanna wants things shipped, she can stuff them into garbage bags for all I care.
Can I give that ham radio a try?
Absolutely not. The radio is a tool, not a toy. One has to be extremely careful about the kind of information one sends out over the airwaves. And I do not have time to monitor you. And besides, the vacuum tubes have been terribly fussy lately. If another one blows, I think I'll go mental.
See you around, Henrik.
Will do.
Time to assemble
There.
this.
Now I can start putting this together.
What the hell? This fits. Oh, okay. Sometimes the control. And done.
That's done.
I can check that off my to-do list in the game and IRL. things checked off. Priority, bring addenda. I'll go to Sinclair's office.
I don't think he'll be there at this hour.
Oh.
I don't think he'll be there at this hour.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go to the hotel because it's too late at night. Anything fun that I can look at? Hey, let's go to Sinclair.
It's about time! Oh, my fears are like maggots infesting my poor old carcass. Want a cookie? They're from Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
No, thank you. You said Beach Hill is in jeopardy. I need to know why.
The art world is being ransacked, Nancy. Prudence Rutherford, a major patron of the arts, had her fire ruby necklace stolen from her villa in Topeka. 2 weeks later, a whole display case full of rare Maya artifacts was heisted from a museum in New Mexico.
Do you think there's a connection between the two thefts?
Who knows? I'm just telling you, this community, our friends and colleagues, my people are being systematically trounced by thugs. Who's to say Beach Hill won't be next? You've got to do something.
Doesn't Beach Hill have a security system in place?
The museum has a basic alarm system, but it's not exactly state-of-the-art. I've urged Joanna to approach the board about making some security upgrades, but she just keeps saying that the timing isn't right to ask for money.
Money.
I understand your concern, but what can I do to help?
We need your eagle eyes. We need your bat ears. We need you to sniff out the stink of trouble.
I'll do my best, but it sounds like what you really need is a new breed of police dog.
Don't play modest mouse with me.
Modest mouse? Most people call me Nosy Parker.
What the hell?
But
Why am I looking
anyway,
at this?
tell me something about the art business. Is that a contemporary painting?
Oh.
You bet your socks it is. Would you believe I dug it up in my backyard?
No, but I could humor you. I guess that would make the painting a genuine artifact?
How about that rubber shark? The artist's name is Poppy Dada. She's a teenager in South Dakota. The art world is going bananas over her stuff.
Bananas.
I'll unload that one for some serious
for the
dinero.
Is Poppy Dada her real name?
I don't know.
I'd better get going.
See you around.
Is that it? All that I can see? Yep. Next. Mexican consulate. time to talk to Alejandro. Establishing legal provenance. It's your duty. Provenance, the history of ownership. A work of art may travel great distances and change hands many times during the course of its lifetime. Typically, legal transfer of ownership happens either as a sale, an inheritance, or a gift. Provenance documents are an important means of establishing an artwork's authenticity, as well as confirming the legality of its ownership. They show the geographic, personal, and commercial roots of a work of art. That is, they identify the date of each exchange, the names of the people involved, the circumstances of the transfer, and the location where the transaction has taken place. Ideally, an unbroken chain of ownership can be traced all the way from the artist's workshop to the present day. Frequently, though, some documents are missing. The art dealer or museum curator has no way of knowing how the artwork has been exchanged during these gaps in the record. When this is the case, the legality of present-day ownership becomes suspect. When researching an artifact's provenance, the following documents may provide clues: exhibition catalogs, sales catalogs, collection catalogs, papers and business records of collectors, papers and business records of dealers, wills, insurance inventories.
How may I help you?
Buenos dias. Me llamo Nancy Drew. I have some paperwork for you regarding the loan of the Palenque monolith to Beach Hill.
So, you're Joanna Riggs' newest pirate in training. How does it feel to join the ranks with the modern-day conquistadors?
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Conquistadors?
You had better brush up on your history, young lady. When the Spanish explorers invaded Mexico, they became known as the conquistadors, or conquerors. They robbed the indigenous peoples of their wealth, not just their gold, but their artwork, their sacred objects. Anything they did not steal, they burned to the ground.
Do you blame Joanna and modern-day
Come
art
on,
collectors
Nancy.
for
This is such a
something that
white thing to
happened long
say.
before they were
Gringa.
born?
There is more. In the 19th century, archaeologists discovered the ruins of ancient civilizations predating even the Aztecs. Many of the dig sites were robbed, and the stolen artifacts were sold off to art museums and collectors around the world. Today,
Talk your
finally,
shit,
it is
dude.
illegal among most civilized nations to remove an artifact from its native country. But sadly, there are thousands of precious antiquities with highly questionable provenance floating around the Western world.
I see. Well, I should probably get going. Here are the changes to the loan agreement for the monolith. I just need your signature, please.
Thank you. I have some business with Joanna at the museum later, so I will return the contract to her then, after I have looked it over.
Are you sure? I don't mind waiting.
You may consider your mission accomplished.
Okay.
Well, okay then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Are you gonna blame these white people for something that happened just yesterday? Millions of years ago? Hundreds? Like, come on, Nancy. Be real. Be fucking for real. Okay, let me... Oh, I should probably talk to Joanna.
Come in. How are the tasks coming along?
Why did you become a museum curator?
I became a curator because I want to help make artifacts available to as many people as possible. That's all that matters, isn't it? Unless you're Alejandro Del Rio.
Oh my god. You racist white woman.
When did Henrik come on board?
I got an email from him one day saying he heard the news about Beach Hill getting the monolith. He said he'd drop everything to come here and translate those glyphs. He was even willing to take a pay cut. What can I say except giddy up? You're hired.
Where was he working before?
At the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center in New Mexico.
Do you think
He absolutely
Alejandro
would
go to
not.
extreme measures
Eye
like
roll.
stealing to reclaim Mexico's artifacts?
Who knows?
I'm
Who
not sure what to
knows?
do with those exhibit narrations.
Henrik can help you with that.
I've got work to do.
Bye.
Bye. Racist bitch. Oh, I see a glyph that I drew. That one means north. This one.
I need something to get this open.
Oh, it's there. I was just not clicking correctly. Yeah, some headphones. Check that off my list. Okay, now I need to match the recorded narrations and reorder the Maya numbering exhibit. Huh?
Beach Hill's been hit. Sit tight, Nancy. The police are on their way.
That's suspicious. Damn, it's a Scarlet hand.
I should talk to Joanna before I touch anything.
Probably in her office.
Come in. Come in. Someone has cooked up my worst nightmare and served it to me on a plate.
I'd like to have a look at the crime scene myself. Did the police turn up any clues?
The police took some samples for the crime lab, but they couldn't promise any overnight results. So if you want to put your little magnifying glass up to the scene, it's fine with me.
What were their initial findings?
Who knows? Right now, my priority is to get a move on this insurance claim.
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
I've got work to do. Go to it. Display was it? This one. Pakal artifact. Carved panel palenque. Late Classic period. CA 650 CE. Beach Hill permanent collection. This unusual jade relief features an intricate representation of Lord Pakal, one of the greatest rulers of the Maya classical period. Both the origin and function of this highly stylized piece are unknown. Pakal the Great, or Lord Shield Pakal. Pakal, whose name translates to shield, was born in 603 CE and ascended the throne in 615 CE at the age of 12. Considered both a priest-king and a military ruler, Pakal claimed divine descent and ruled the great Maya city-state of Palenque for 68 years until his death in 683 CE. Okay, so he was born in 613 CE. So he would have been like 80 years old. The 11th ruler Palenque, Pakal was responsible for the majority of the city's construction. His ancestry and accomplishments are immortalized in Palenque's temples and palaces, especially the Temple of the Inscriptions, which was the primary sacred site in Palenque, and later the shrine for Pakal's tomb. Pakal was buried wearing the jade death mask you see here, right. The mask was meant to distinguish Pakal as royalty, even in the afterlife. Much of what we know about King Pakal and the Maya civilization over which he presided has been pieced together by translating the glyphic inscriptions on his tomb. My question is, why do you have his death mask? Like, put that shit back! Pakal's ascension. In this relief, Pakal's mother offers her son the divine crown for his ascension to the throne. Lady Zalkuk was a powerful figure in Maya history and established the Pakal dynasty. Gods. Religion played an important role in Maya society. All scientific progress was impelled by the priests' need to understand and manage the sacred forces of the Maya universe. Different gods represented aspects of Maya life, from basket weaving to calendar days. Even today, little is known about the role or names of the gods represented in Maya artifacts. Zolkeen calendar stones used to compute the 260-day ceremonial year. The three masks depict the corn god Yumkax, the jaguar god Balanque, and the sun god Ahau Keen. Can't pronounce any of those.
It's locked.
Locked. The deities depicted in this exhibit are the rain, moon, and sun gods. Who were the Maya? The term Maya refers to a group of Mesoamerican Indians from the region of South... Oh, they made me say that, huh? Mesoamerican natives from the region of southern Mexico and northern Central America, noteworthy for their cultural and scientific achievements from 1800 BCE to 1500 CE. Maya society was comprised of a complex system of nobility, priests, warriors, workers, and slaves. It's this thing. Maya ruins like the one featured in this photo can be found throughout southern Mexico, Guatemala, and western Honduras. Even today, new cities are being discovered by archaeologists.
It's locked.
Ham radio used by the Cortázar Alvarez Palenque expedition, 1955.
It's locked.
So some of them I can open. I need to learn what that is. The Maya were renowned for their functional and stylistic expertise in pottery, painting, architecture, and jewelry. Artisans worked with a variety of materials, including clay, jade, gold, limestone, and wood. The variety of tools and materials used by the Maya demonstrate a complex and thriving trade system. Offering bowl to the war god Balak. The local graph for black is represented on the base of the bowl. Okay, I have that one drawn. So this one is black. That it? Language. The Maya writing system is the most advanced ever developed in the New World. As with Egyptian hieroglyphics, symbols represent either sounds or concepts. Mayan is considered a distinct linguistic group, and several modern variants exist today, including Quiche, Pachiquel, and Ijil. Ihil. Scribes played an important role in Maya culture, and some were elevated to prominent social positions. The Mayan writing system used logographs to represent either sounds or ideas. Maya scribes used a variety of writing tools, inks, and inkwells. Note the logograph for ink inscribed on the plate. Okay, this is ink. I drew this one too. Maya numerical notation using both the bar and dot system and pictorial representations of gods. Okay, so these are numbers. I'm missing a few. Okay, gods. Most customs and rituals were based on religious practices and played an important part in Maya daily life. Some, such as the wearing of earrings, are considered by our culture as ordinary, while others, such as bloodletting and human sacrifice, are seen as barbaric. Many ancient Maya customs are practiced today by the indigenous peoples of northern Central America and southern Mexico. Mexico. Replicas of body-shaping devices. The Maya used these devices to change their appearances. Maya ball game artifacts. I believe that's it. For that. Go over here. This limestone panel depicts the presentation of 3 captives to the throne of Shield Jaguar II. This altar was dedicated during the reign of the 16th ruler of Kopan Yakpasa. The focal point of this artifact is the large 2-headed crocodile. This creature is called the bicephalic monster, and it represents the continuous cycle of life and death. Little is known about this relief. It depicts a nobleman standing on a captive. Note the elaborate headdress and cape containing reference to Tlaloc, the rain god. The seated figures are a royal couple whose detail is unusual for this area. The function of the artifact is unknown, but may have been part of her throne. Inscriptions reveal that the piece was dedicated to the goddess of the moon, Ithel. Okay, and that's throne. I have that drawn too.
Looks like this side is missing a part.
Okay, I need to find the missing side. The missing part then. Let me write that down. Find the missing part to monolith. This lintel shows Lady Hulk, Shield Jaguar's wife, celebrating her husband's ascension. October 23rd, 681 CE. Lady Hulk kneels with her huipil tied around her knees. The huipil is a traditional woven Maya blouse that holds both symbolic and ceremonial significance. The Maya believed that huipils had magical powers. This panel is one of several commissioned by Bird Jaguar and details his capture of a kahal, or prominent local nobleman. In early Maya ruler, Bakhtul is represented in this stela performing a vision quest ceremony. The vision serpent looms over the king, revealing the ancient spirit that is being contacted. 4 miniature gods hang onto the body of the vision serpent. The marriage between Shield Jaguar and Lady Hulk is represented in this piece. Lady Hulk offers a shield and jaguar helmet to her betrothed. The famous British explorer Archibald Rutherford discovered this piece in 1884 within the Palenque Temple. The text on the slab commemorates Pakal's ascension, Tzolk'in date of 6 Lammat. Okay. I have 2 more to go. Oh wait, I think I saw one of them earlier. It was on the ground. Yeah, stone probably. What was this for again? This. This is ink. This is throne. This is black. This is stone or rock. Road. Road. This one's north. And this one's 19, I guess. Hmm? Was it wrong? Try that again. Ink. North. Throne. Black. Road. 19. Okay, I did it wrong. First time. Oh, this is a game. Quiz. Oh, I still don't know the name of his mother. It's in the exhibits, probably. Gotta go check. Huh? Where's that going? Oh, over here. Mother's name. Not that. What's his mother's name? Goddess of the moon. Not that. 16th ruler of Copan. Killed Jaguar the Second. Pakal. Lord Shield. Okay, it's Lady Zach Cook. Okay, number 3. What is the name of the calendar used to compute the 260-day ceremonial year? Okay, now I gotta go find that. It'll be in rituals. No. Language. Well, maybe it is language. It would stop lagging. No. Not it. Not it either. Oh, right here. Tolkien. Name of the supreme god in Maya mythology. Going back to gods, huh? One of these? No, I think it would say supreme. Might not be the right place then. Not the correct god. Steel Jaguar. Huh. I'll check all the exhibits then. Shield. Huh. Okay, well, I don't know. Jaguar God? Maybe? I'm just writing down the names of the gods that I see here. Wrong side. I don't know. It's somewhere.
It's locked.
Well, anyway. I'll do some work. The narrator thing here?
The Maya used different methods to represent numbers. Here is an example of the numbers from 0 to 19, from top left to bottom right. Notice how some numbers are represented with bars and dots, and some are represented with pictures.
Okay. Seven is numbers.
Although the geographic range of Maya cities is well known, it is difficult to determine the range of Maya influence. Some experts believe the Maya may have traveled as far south as the Amazon and as far north as North America.
Hey, what's number 5?
Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas of the world. Ham radios are often the only means of contacting the outside world. HAM is an acronym for Handheld Amateur Radio. Ceramic bowls, such as the one featured in this exhibit. Archaeologists work in some of the most remote areas of the world.
765. 4.
Ceramic bowls, such as the one featured in this exhibit, may have been used as vessels for burnt offerings of incense or corn. This bowl was either dedicated to or used to supplicate the god of war, Balak.
The Maya were pantheistic, believing in many gods who ruled over different aspects of Maya life. Chak was the god of rain. Ishel, goddess of the moon, presided over childbirth and basket weaving.
Thank you for saying
Ahau
hi,
Kin
MixFee.
represented the sun.
Rain. What is that?
The Maya were pantheistic, believing in many gods
Rain,
who ruled over
moon.
different aspects of Maya life.
Sun.
Chak was the god of rain. Ishel, goddess of the moon, presided over child. Lady Zach Cook ruled Palenque before her son ascended the throne in 615 CE. Maya tradition required that the kingship be handed down from father to son, but Lady Zach Cook broke this custom by establishing herself as a deity.
Oh.
This gave her the power to justify the new royal lineage. Because his mother had been deified, Pakal often referred to himself as the first true king.
Damn.
I am Lord Pakal, ruler of the mighty kingdom of Palenque. All those who come before me witness my power.
Lord Pakal is considered the most influential ruler of the Maya civilization. Cultural, scientific, and military achievement flourished under his reign. As with all Maya kings, very little is known about his personal life, since all written inscriptions dealt solely with public achievements such as wars, battles, coronations, births, marriages, and deaths.
15.
The Maya kings were often in a protracted state of war with local kahals. Here, Bird Jaguar stands to the right as a captured lord kneels at his feet. The kahal holds a broken umbrella, a gesture typical of a supplicating captive. Strange, supernatural creatures, sometimes called monsters, played an important role in Maya mythology. These monsters were often associated with the earth, caves, or mountains. The bicephalic monster, sometimes called the celestial or cosmic monster, may have represented the sunrise or a long journey.
Okay, 13.
The date on this slab uses the Tzolk'in, or divine calendar, made up of 20 weeks each with a named day and 13 weeks each with a numerical day. The two types of weeks progress independently of each other.
That's interesting.
The four miniature gods clinging to the vision serpent are the headband twins, Hun Ahau and Balaam, and the twins of sacrificial dance, Chak Shibj Chak, and the baby jaguar. The Maya were particularly fascinated with twins, and many of the Maya gods were paired together.
Visions.
Ritualized bloodletting was a common practice among the Maya. In this panel, 3 captives wear garments associated with bloodletting. A variety of instruments including stingray spines, thorns, and bone awls were employed for this activity.
10.
The Maya ball game was a religious activity as well as a spectator sport. Players would propel a rubber ball through a small stone hoop using their thighs, hips, and forearms. It is believed that the players were often sacrificed after a game.
What? It is believed. I hope y'all have like proof of that, because that's ridiculous.
In addition to adorning themselves with jewelry and costumes, the Maya shaped their bodies to heighten their beauty. Beads were dangled in front of infants' faces to encourage crossed eyes, a trait considered attractive to the Maya.
Maya scribes recorded the official history of the kings and queens, but very little is known about daily life in the Maya world. Although there are thousands of inscriptions found on artifacts and architecture, there are only a handful of Maya books in existence today.
Huh. Oh wait, I was supposed to... I had to find their placement. Temple here. So must be temple's here, so this on the right. B. Thank you for the lurk, Saku. E is ritual. I mean, it's shapewear. Shapewear 9. So G is 9. I have this all messed up. G shapewear. Nine, probably. Okay. Then N is ball game. And ball game is B and D. This is numbers. Which is number 7. C is scribes. 8. This is E. Okay, this is Lady Zach Kook, which is 2. M. Which is 2. E must be Lord Pakal 1. I are the deities. 3. There's the... Not marked. Ooh. Do I have one marked as Zolkeen? Yeah, I do. Okay, so this is I. And then 13. Zolkeen. To the right is F and A. Range of the Maya. Maya geography, probably 6. Probably. Ham radio. Oh, it's 5. the next area. Okay, I'm on the right side. The right is J. Oh, that's the Zokine. Probably. Honestly, a little confused. $11. J is Zokine. Pascal's Ascension. Next is K. K, this is K. Marriage. Trying to find the page where I wrote all this. Okay. 2, maybe? No, 2's already taken. Thank you for the lurk. My god. What is this? It's, hey. Marriage. To keep an eye out for that. Next one is H. It's on the left. Capture of a nobleman. Nobleman captured. I'll just have to go listen to those again. There's 2 more on my list. Okay, there's on the right. And 1 on the left, that's O. What? Oh, this is the wrong side. 3 captives. Who was King Pakal? He was a king of the ancient Mayan society. Okay, and then there's C. Alter, bicephalic monster. Okay. This one is C. Bicephalic monster, which is $14. Okay. Now the rest I have to figure out. Like no rhyme or reason for why they're placed like this. Okay, time to leave. Right way. More miniature gods. This one is for mini gods. Okay. A ham radio.
Archaeologists work.
B scribes.
Maya scribes.
C bicephalic monster.
Strange supernatural creatures, sometimes called monsters, played an important role in Maya mythology.
Tough state, right? D is numbers.
The Maya used different methods.
E Lord Pakal.
I am Lord Pakal.
F Maya geography 6.
Although the geographic range
G tapeware. H nobleman captured.
The Maya kings were often in a protracted, strange,
the date on this, the 4 miniature gods,
ritualized blood.
the Maya ball game was.
In addition to adorning them,
Maya scribes.
the Maya used
Although the geographic range,
Archaeologists work ceramic bowl.
the Maya were pantheistic. Lady Zach, I am Lord.
Okay. What was H again? I mean, yeah, H? Nobleman captured.
Strange. The Maya kings were.
Okay, probably that one. I? Gods.
The Maya were pantheistic.
A. Ham radio. J. Tolkien.
I am Lord. Lady, the Maya,
Ceramic. Archaeologists.
although the geographic
The Maya used,
Maya scribe,
in addition to adorn,
the Maya ball game,
ritualized.
the 4 miniature.
There, that looks
Oh!
like it's in order.
I finished it. I can check that one off my list.
I'd better check to see if I'm done with that.
Nancy, something's come up and I'll be gone for a bit. Your mission in the meantime. Run through the temple activities to verify that all questions can be answered based on info available elsewhere in the museum. We don't want a little rascal rebellion on our hands when the exhibit opens, now do we? Be back ASAP. Thanks, Henry. Okay. I'm missing an answer. What is that? What can I look at there?
Real Execusa just redeemed Pat My Head.
Oh, it looks like it. It looks like it glitched out. Sorry. Thank you for redeeming the pat my head though. And nice to see you in chat. My redeems are a little wonky right now. All the text ones are fine, but the ones that involve like doing something to my model, they're a little wonky. I swear to God. Okay. Okay, I matched the recorded narrations. I need a key though. How goes the investigation? So far I haven't figured out anything regarding this, but I am I'm doing some puzzles right now. See if I can talk to the curator. What time is it? It's 8.
It's locked.
I won't be able to do anything there. I have to go to sleep. The Colonial Hotel, really on the nose. I always want to touch the textures in this game particularly. Yeah, they are pretty good. I want to touch everything. Yep, I gotta go sleep. Steady bye for Nancy Drew.
I need a disc. I need a disc.
What? I have a floppy disk.
I need a disc.
There. Pogo! Oh, I don't have Sunny's password. Shoot. Dad's friend Franklin Rose asked me to volunteer as an assistant curator at the Beach Hill Museum. The museum is preparing an exhibit on the ancient civilization of the Maya that includes a monolith recently excavated in Mexico. Met my boss, Joanna Riggs, who showed me the museum's prized possession, a carving of a Maya king, Pakal, who ruled over the ancient city Palenque. Met art dealer Taylor Sinclair, who helps the museum purchase artifacts. Concerned about the museum, should go talk to him at his office. Found Sunny's diskette. Information on the diskette may help me with my tasks. Need to bring papers about the monolith to the Mexican consulate. Okay, these rest are just things that I don't really need to review. The Chaco Canyon Cultural Center. Oh, I should call them. Adding to my to-do list. Canyon, CC. 555-1222. Temple matchup puzzles should have quiz answers should be in the museum, but they may be missing. This is true, they are missing. See if Franklin knows her. Okay, go talk to Franklin. Talk to Alejandro. Perhaps analysis of handprint would help. Analyze handprint. Look around Sunny's desk. Find Sunny's password. Talk to Bess and George. Okay, I've written down everything in my to-do list.
Hello? Hey, Bess, it's me, Nancy. What's new?
It's pouring rain. George and I are in the middle of a heated game of Go Fish, and I'm winning. Don't believe a word she says, Nancy. Last hand, I made mincemeat out of her. Anyway, we don't want to make you homesick. How's the internship going?
Everything was going great until someone broke into a display case and stole one of the museum's most valuable artifacts. A jade carving of King Pakal.
You miss George and Bess?
Pakal.
But George
He's
more?
considered one of the great Maya rulers. He reigned at the height of the Maya civilization.
So what happened?
Well, apparently the civilization was never quite the same after he died.
No, silly, with the theft. What happened with the theft? Who are your suspects? Do you have any clues?
Easy, ladies. Let's just say that so far, I have more questions than I do answers. But don't worry, I'm on the case.
There goes your low-key internship. Honestly, Nancy, it never will cease to amaze me how one girl can cross paths with so much trouble.
Here's Nancy about to say something with a bunch of white privilege behind it.
I don't know what to make of Alejandro Del Rio, the attaché to the Mexican consulate.
What's his connection to Beach Hill?
Right now, he's negotiating the monolith loan agreement between Mexico and the museum.
And what's your confusion? Something to do with dashing good looks, I hope.
Well, he is a little bit handsome, but he also seems very angry about all the Mexican antiquities his country has lost over the years.
How have they been lost?
They've been taken by explorers and archaeologists and smugglers. I guess the laws have only recently changed to protect Mexico's rights to its own antiquities.
Well, it sounds like he has a legitimate gripe.
Yes, but I got the feeling he would do just about anything to get an artifact returned to Mexico.
Oh, come
What do you
on.
mean,
He's not a thief.
That's what I'm not sure of.
Well, let's hope he's just a big talker and not a bona fide vigilante.
Why are they accusing the brown one of being a thief?
Have you seen anything in the
Racism,
papers about Beach Hill
maybe?
getting the deal with Mexico to display the Palenque monolith?
The who?
The monolith. It's a giant block of stone recently excavated from a cave near Palenque in Mexico. Apparently, it's a very big deal. They think it's 1,500 years old.
So, have you seen it? This, monolith?
Yeah, it's humongous. Must weigh a ton.
Like how big? As big as
Because
a
Nancy and her
refrigerator?
friends are very
Maybe
judgmental.
Bigfoot's
Absolutely.
refrigerator.
Sorry, Nancy, but how would a person tell this monolith apart from, say, some other big rock?
Well, for one thing, it has Maya glyphs carved into it.
Glyphs?
Pictures that represent words or ideas, also known as logographs. Joanna says the glyphs might be a message from King Pakal.
What kind of message?
We don't know yet. Henrik Vanderheun, Beach Hill's epigrapher, is working on a translation. Ever since the theft, I haven't been able to find Henrik anywhere.
That's odd. Has anyone else seen him?
If they have, they sure aren't telling me.
Nancy, do you think he's the thief?
I can't imagine that.
Maybe he's just an accomplice. Maybe he loosened security somehow to make the thief's job easier.
It's possible, but Henrik seems to care so much about his work. Why would he want to hurt the museum?
Maybe he cares a little too much. She's right, Nancy. I'd give him the 3rd degree if I were you. Whenever he shows up again, that is.
Somehow, Joanna has gotten the museum into some financial hot water.
How'd she do that? Yeah, and how hot's the water?
It's all very vague. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I mean, maybe she just overextended the budget a little in her effort to acquire the best artifacts for the museum, but
even if her intentions were good.
She may be feeling a little desperate to make some money back quickly.
Desperate enough to steal the Pakal carving, sell it on the black market, and collect the insurance on it too?
I know she loves the museum. Who knows what she'd do if she were afraid of losing her job.
She's a suspect. Definitely a suspect.
Detective Drew, requesting hint, please.
That logograph numbering exhibit still needs reordering, doesn't it? It's in the main exhibition hall.
Detective Drew, requesting hint, please.
That logograph numbering
I know they're just playing whodunit and planting evidence, but you literally have planting suspects, but you literally have no evidence. Yeah, absolutely no evidence whatsoever.
I'll talk to you later,
just
ladies.
this handprint.
Bye. See ya.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
I'd like to speak to Franklin Rose, please.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Rose is out of the office. Would you like to try back later?
Sure.
Thank you for calling Boswell, Jackson, and Rose.
Okay. Everybody's a suspect, including Nancy. We don't know what she's been doing.
He won't be there this late.
How late is it? What? Was I talking on the phone with them for several hours? Or maybe I set it for 9 p.m. instead. By accident.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
I'd like to speak to Franklin Rose, please.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Rose is out of the office. Would you like to try back later?
Sure.
Thank you for calling Boswell, Jackson, and Rose.
Okay. What time is it? Didn't I set it for 9 a.m.? Yeah. Why is he out of the office? Just not allowed to talk to him now?
It's a fiasco, just as I feared. Oh, I'm sick about the whole thing.
Yes, your fears seem to have been quite visionary.
I was in the museum when it happened.
Have you spoken to the police?
I told them everything I know. I mean, I coughed up my brains right there on the table.
So, do you think this is linked to the thefts in Topeka and New Mexico?
That awful red hand was left on Prudence Rutherford's jewelry box in Topeka, and on the display case in the museum in New Mexico. What's the chance they're not connected?
Do you know Prudence Rutherford personally?
Oh, we saw each other at functions now and then. Poor Prudence. She adored that necklace.
What's the name of the museum
shouldn't have
in New
had it.
Mexico?
The Chaco Canyon Cultural Center. They had a beautiful collection up there, worth a bundle, too. I appraised some pieces for them a few years back.
Topeka mentioned in a Nancy game is wild.
Why do you think the thief is leaving this red handprint?
To be a gruesome scoundrel?
Alejandro says you're unethical, a modern-day conquistador, that you're robbing Mexico of its cultural history.
True!
And I say Alejandro is the real bully of the playground. A lunch money extortionist who loves nothing more than to see the other boys and girls go hungry.
What is he talking about? I don't understand what he meant by that. They're from Oaxaca.
When you sell a piece of art, what kind of commission do you get?
Standard, 10%. It's no king's ransom, unless of course you sell something for $1 million. Too bad I'm not allowed to put that monolith on the market, huh?
I'd better get going.
Keep up the good work.
Listen to him talking like a modern day conquistador.
Hello, Nancy.
Why did Mexico choose to lend the monolith to Beach Hill and not some other museum?
Johanna Riggs outbid everyone. I had no idea a small museum like Beach Hill could afford such an expensive arrangement.
Do you know much about Maya glyphs?
You've got me there. I know Spanish, English, Portuguese, several indigenous languages, including Quiche and Nahuatl, but I have yet to learn the language of glyphs.
Nahuatl.
Have you heard? The Pakal carving was stolen from the museum.
Well, I heard the alarms going off, but it wasn't until Henry called me that I heard the news.
Henrik called you? When? Where was he? I've been looking for him.
He called shortly after the robbery. I presumed he was calling from the museum. Is that so strange?
You don't sound very concerned about all of this.
I was running late. I just figured somebody tripped a wire and I kept going.
I'll need to alert the police so they can ask you some
I
questions.
hate that.
I have diplomatic immunity, so I do not have to answer any questions. But I will because I have nothing to hide.
Don't you care about the disappearance of such a rare Maya artifact?
That artifact was lost to me as soon as it left Mexican soil. So my friend Pakal goes underground for a while until he is sold again. Suddenly, he turns up in Amsterdam or Hong Kong. Unless he is rightfully repatriated to Mexico, what's the difference?
I agree with him.
Earlier, you said that some artifacts have questionable provenance. What does that mean?
An artifact's provenance is the story of its origin and ownership. For example, how it made its way from a temple at Chichen Itza to a museum in Washington, D.C. If the artifact's provenance reveals that it has been stolen, then that artifact must be returned to the country of its origin.
I like how passionate he sounds.
So, the problem has been remedied, hasn't it?
No, not at all. Provenance documents are often tampered with or forged to cover up the theft. Because of this, thefts continue and a great deal of art is moved on the black market even today. Unethical art dealers and greedy museum curators do nothing to stop this.
And to you, these people are no better than pirates, is that right?
If Johanna Riggs or that overstuffed pillowhead Sinclair had any decency, they would take measures to see that all Maya artifacts were returned to Mexico at once where they belong.
And what if these measures are not taken?
My country will have its due, Nancy, even if I have to begin reclaiming its artifacts with my own 2 hands.
Do you consider Henrik a conquistador, along with Joanna Riggs and Sinclair?
Henrik is a student of my culture and my heritage, not trying to buy and sell it. We don't agree on everything, especially not baseball, but I have nothing against him.
I should get back to the museum.
Yes, you should.
Get the fuck out of here, gringa. Okay, let's go back to the museum. Talk to Joanna.
Come in.
Whoops.
Need something?
Have you seen Henrik? I found a piece of paper inside the Pakal display case. It had some glyphs on it and a print of a red hand. I'm hoping he can give me a translation.
What am I, fish food? Henrik's not the only one around here who can read a glyph, you know.
Sorry, Joanna. I thought I was supposed to go to Henrik with all my glyph questions.
The police showed me the note. It said, "The magician suffers yellow death," whatever that means. Apparently, the thief just couldn't come up with the glyphs for "the curator suffers flaming purple disgrace."
I'm curious about the red handprint the thief left. Does it have any significance in Maya culture?
Afraid I can't help you there. What I want to know is what the hand was printed with. It's obviously not finger paint. Why don't you do a little analysis on it in the lab?
I haven't seen Henrik since the theft. Where do you think he could be?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Need something?
Apparently, a Topeka woman named Prudence Rutherford has recently been visited by a red-handed thief, too. Do you have any idea how I might get in touch with her?
Afraid I can't help you there.
I've got work to do.
Semper ubi sabubi.
Semper ubi sabubi. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I got to go to the lab, do a little analysis of the handprint.
Okay, I've got a graph of the chemical used for the handprint. Now I've got to match it up with a known substance. That's it!
HGS.
I should take the handprint with me.
Yeah, I'm trying to, Nancy.
I should take the handprint with me. That doesn't work.
Oh, this is the ham radio.
It's locked. It's locked.
Was I meant to hear her say something? Let me check.
That's it.
HDS.
That doesn't work.
HG.
According to this chart, HG stands for Mercury.
Mercury.
S stands for sulfur. So the handprint was made from mercury and sulfur.
What does that tell me, huh? I'll go ask her a question.
Need something?
I did the chemical analysis you suggested. That red hand was printed with a compound containing mercury and sulfur. Does that mean anything to you?
Sure, cinnabar. The Maya would rub it into their most important carvings to add definition to the artist's lines.
Where would a person get a supply of cinnabar?
We use cinnabar here at the museum the same way the Maya did, to keep things as authentic as possible. Henrik orders those kinds of supplies, but we've been out of stock for quite a while. The last I heard, there was some kind of holdup with the distributor.
I've got work to do.
Go to it.
Okay, so I gotta call the distributor. Mercuric sulfide. 5556766. Whoops.
Keep it real. Max speaking.
Hi, I'm the new deputy curator over at Beach Hill Museum. I wonder if you could answer a couple of questions for me about our ordering history.
Well, hello there, Beach Hill. Hey, you're not Sunny June. Whatever happened to that guy? I suppose he caught a ride on a flying saucer, huh? What a riot. I'm sorry. Anyway, you don't need to reorder, do you? Unless you ate last week's shipment for breakfast, that is.
Do you know who placed that order?
The initials on the order are JR.
They are.
You're sure it was last week?
Oh, that's what it says here.
Was the package shipped to the museum?
Oh? Oops, I guess we didn't ship it at all. It looks like the package was picked up here at the warehouse.
So there hasn't been a holdup at the distributor or anything like that?
Hold up. Oh, I don't know where you heard that. We've got enough mercuric sulfide in-house to sink a ship.
Can you remember anything about the person who picked up the package?
I sure can't. Guess I must have been at lunch or something.
Well, thanks for your help.
Sure thing. I hope there wasn't any problem with the stuff, was there? We only used the top-grade mercuric sulfide.
Problem? Not that I could hold you responsible for.
Well, you sound a little green in the chemicals department, if you don't mind my saying so. I hope you know that mercuric sulfide is highly toxic. Makes you crazy.
Well, I have heard that mercury poisoning can cause hallucinations and other symptoms of psychosis.
Oh, looks like I've got another call coming in here. You give us a call in about 4 months or so when you start to run out, okie doke? And don't forget to keep it real.
Keep it real. I'm gonna call the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center. The hell?
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
I'd like to speak to Franklin Rose, please.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Rose is out of the office. Would you like to try back later?
Sure.
Thank you for calling Boswell, Jackson, and Rose.
Oh wait, I forgot to look at my...
I'd better check to see if I'm done with that.
I need... E.
It's locked. It's locked.
And let me look at Sunny's desk. Okay. What is the password? So much work. I had to check out the latest alien adventure game. www.justadventure.com. Huh. I don't know what the password could be. Coco Kringle. Property of Sunny June. Did we try password? No. Imagine if that were the answer, just password.
You have voicemail.
Oh, voicemail.
Press 0.
Nancy, hi. It's Franklin Rose. I'm calling because it's just... This theft is very bad news for the museum. You can't imagine the limb we went out on to acquire that Pakal carving. It's been one of the museum's main attractions. I don't want to take you away from your internship, but if you can do a little investigating, well, I think I speak for the whole board when I say we'd be very grateful. Give me a call when you have a chance. And Nancy, thanks.
Okay, finally.
To replay messages, press 6.
Now I can call him.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
I need to contact a woman named Prudence Rutherford. I noticed she's on the board of the Topeka Commission for the Arts, and that they've donated money to Beach Hill. Any idea how I might track her down?
Well, you're in luck. It so happens that Prudence and I sat on the panel of judges for the Kansas Speak No Evil Mime competition for 3 years in a row, back when I lived in Wichita. How's that for a small world?
You judged a mime competition?
Indeed I did. I haven't talked to Prudence in about 10 years. But let's see if I still have her in this old dinosaur of a Rolodex. Ah, yes, here we go. Got a pen? It's area code 785-555-7279. What's this all about?
Miss Rutherford had a necklace with a Maya artifact stolen right out of her home. I'm trying to see if there's any connection between these robberies.
Ha! You're a real pro, Nancy. Say, why don't I call ahead and let Prudence know what's going on? That way I can say hello and she'll be expecting you.
Now I think you're reading my mind, Mr. Rose. Thanks.
Not a problem, dear.
Okay. That's not a 7. That's a 1.
You have no voicemail.
785-555. 7.
You have no
7279. Well, yeah, the area code's wrong. It's not letting me call. Maybe I need to call on a different phone? Go to the hotel, see if I can call there. What?
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed.
Okay, I needed the 1.
Yes, hello?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew, calling from Washington, D.C. I'm trying to reach Prudence Rutherford, please.
Oh, yes, Franklin told me you'd be calling. Such dreadful news about Beach Hill. I will do everything in my power to help you catch those rapscallions. To think how they violated the sanctity of my domicile. Good heavens!
Did Mr. Rose fill you in on the museum theft?
He just told me that you're young and brilliant, and that you might be able to get my fire ruby necklace back.
I'll certainly do my best. Tell me, did the necklace have a lot of sentimental value to you?
Yes, I'm afraid it did. I had the necklace restrung to include an exquisite jade carving as the centerpiece, a genuine artifact of the ancient Maya. The carving is not only one of a kind, but a Rutherford family heirloom given to me by my great-grandfather when I was just a little girl.
Does the carving have any meaning that you know of?
It features a rare glyph. No one's been able to give me a precise translation, but most epigraphers have agreed that it has something to do with a snake, the color green, and the direction south. It's terribly fascinating.
Do you think the thief or thieves had any idea of what they were stealing?
Oh, they must have known. The rest of my valuables were left untouched. Frankly, I don't know whether to be grateful or insulted.
What about evidence?
The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was this positively ghoulish red handprint on the wall. I nearly jumped out of my skin.
A red handprint was left at the scene of the crime at Beach Hill, too. Ms. Rutherford, I'm almost certain that these robberies were committed by the same person.
But why? What is so special about these carvings?
Miss Rutherford, I'd like you to meet Beach Hill's epigrapher, Henrik Vanderheun. Is there any chance you could fly out to Washington for a couple of days?
I'm afraid that's out of the question. The annual Corn Growers Ball is just 3 weeks away, and I'm the head of the steering committee. Besides, this whole thing has left me so out of sorts. I'm in no condition to travel.
I understand, Miss Rutherford. Is there any other way you could get me some more detailed information about the jade carving?
I can do better than a photo. The insurance company made this dreadful replica of the necklace with the idea that I would wear such a thing to public functions. Please. But I could send that to you if you'd like.
Perfect. Let me give you the address.
My secretary will have the address of the museum. Now, if that is all you would require, young lady, I will need to attend to other pressing matters.
Thanks a million, Miss Rutherford. I won't let you down.
Call me Prudence. Oh, and Nancy, when you find the villains who did this to me, do me a favor and give them a sound thrashing.
You're coming through loud and clear. Bye.
Okay, now let's try the cultural center. Huh?
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again. This is a recording.
What the hell? Evidently, I can't call them? Damn. Oh. Oh, that was the password. Okay. Easy peasy. Convo-matic narrations. JR is hounding me to get this done, but I can't keep all of them straight. The headphones will help me figure out what is playing in the display, and the convo-matic machine in the storage room will let me change what plays in an exhibit. So where am I going wrong? I definitely know that the following match. Oh, you even gave me a cheat sheet. I can't figure out the answer to the level 2 quiz question about the matchmaker, and Henrik isn't speaking to me right now. He's way... Oh. I have his system login and password. It's S-June. Space Baby. All lowercase. So either I'm blind as a bat and can't find the exhibit that has the answer, or we just never put it in. Ah, details. Joanna has no help on this, so I'll just have to wait for a horde of visitors getting very frustrated with this question once we open the museum. I'll let Henrik deal with the trauma. Came up with a great question for level 3, but Henrik hates it. Once I get some time, I'll make an exhibit for this. Just don't know where I can get my hands on one. I wonder if Joanna will spring a trip for me to go to Guatemala? Tough to remember. The Maya number system. Okay, 0 looks like a turtle shell, but no turtle. One bar equals 1. One dot equals 1. 1 bar equals 5. Each dot is an individual fingerprint, and the bar represents the whole hand like a set of 5 fingers. A bar with a dot next to it equals 5 plus 1 equals 6. So 3 bars and a dot equals 16. Bars are usually vertical. Dots should be to the left of the bars. Left of bars. Here's the catch. If it doesn't look exactly like a dot or bar, it doesn't count. Squigglies, ovals, incomplete dots, crooked bars, chocolate bars, many stars, horseshoes, shamrocks, diamonds, half moons, scribbles, dribbles, none of those count. Also, the Maya often put decorative marks next to their numbers, so just ignore anything that's not a bar and or a dot. I repeat, anything that doesn't look like a plain old dot or bar is out. Easy as sleeping on the job, right? Not quite. Some gods also represent numbers. They're pretty tough to pick out at first, but they'll grow on you, just like mold on cheese. Some good rules of thumb. 1. Hun has fish lips, a really big nose, and a set of good teeth. Hun big nose plus teeth. 2. Big hat with 5 fingers. 3 is a doctor. Oh, it looks like it has a stethoscope, probably. Stethoscope. I've seen that one. Okay, number 4. Tongue sticking out. 5 wrinkles in a fancy hat. 6 wears an eye patch with an X on it. 7 wears rectangular glasses. 'Small oval. 8 curly forehead ornament. Peace symbol on cheek. 9. Oh my god. Okay, we're going up to 14. Beard or acne. 10. Looks like death. No nose and removable jaw. 11 is frothing at the mouth. Has 3 curly ovals on the head. 12 is question marks. 13 T on cheek. And then 14. 15, the etc. All look like the original numbers, but with the removable jaw. Okay. Dissertation topic. Why and how did Maya civilization disappear so quickly? Maya were sophisticated astronomers. Were they trying to achieve space travel? Great Native American civilizations like the Maya and Inca believed to have contact with extraterrestrials. Were the temples actually control towers? Research. 20th sea artist Manuel Mendoza in spaceship motif. Research. Claims that Maya disappearance on Earth was due to departure for other worlds. Research. Claims that many flying saucers sighted today are being piloted by Maya elders. Tough to forget. Funny. $505. My bad. I left the 505 out. Okay, now I can call them. And now I can call them. $505. 555. 1.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, I'm hoping to speak to someone about the theft that happened there recently.
Are you the press?
No, I'm a detective investigating a similar crime in Washington, D.C.
This is Sheila Schultz, the director. What would you like to know?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from the Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I understand you had some rare Maya artifacts stolen recently.
That's right. It's a terrible loss, and the police here have no leads.
Beach Hill was robbed, too. We lost one of our prized jade carvings.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm wondering if the robberies are connected. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident at Chaco Canyon?
Fire away.
I heard the thief left a red handprint at the scene of the crime. Is that true?
Yes. It was very gruesome. It looked like blood, but according to the police analysis, the print was made with a mercuric sulfide paste.
Do you know of any symbolic meaning attached to a red hand?
Don't walk, don't go there, talk to the hand, as my 15-year-old would say? Really, I haven't the slightest idea.
What types of artifacts did the thief get away with?
Only the center's most prized pieces. The case contained 5 pre-Columbian artifacts that were excavated right from this area.
Do you have a list of the stolen pieces?
I know those pieces like the back of my hand. There were 3 pottery pieces, a small stone figurine with a snake head, and an ornamental jade carving.
I'm interested in the jade carving. What did it look like?
It was highly unusual. There was a glyph on it that no one could translate. Until we hired Henrik Vanderheun, that is.
Suspicious.
His opinion was that it's Mayan in origin, and that it may have been a place name glyph for this area. As you can imagine, we regarded it as something of a regional treasure.
Could you send me a photo of that jade carving so I can take a look at the glyph?
I'm afraid I sent our only print off to the insurance company. They said they'd return it, but who knows when our claim will be processed. I'm sorry.
Thanks a million, Sheila.
Feel free to call if you have any more questions.
Let's send Nancy off to bed.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose, how may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, hello. Do you have any news?
The thief left a red handprint at the scene of the crime. According to Taylor Sinclair, the same print was left at a couple of other crime scenes recently. I'm trying to find out what the connection is between these thefts.
Oh, Nancy, you zero in on a case like a heat-seeking missile, don't you? I feel so much better knowing you're going to follow up on every lead. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
And he hung up.
Hello?
It's me again.
Nancy Drew, you will never guess who the cat just dragged in.
Who?
Frank and Joe Hardy.
You're kidding. I haven't talked to those two in months.
let me tell you, they're as cute as ever. George and I were just telling them about your latest case, and, judging by the way they're hovering around me at the moment, I think they want to say hello.
Sure, put them on.
Hi, Nancy, it's Frank.
Frank Hardy, what in the world are you doing in River Heights?
Well, Joe and I just finished up a case out west, and we're taking a few days to drive back to Bayport. So we stopped in River Heights to say hello to our favorite girls.
Well, that's awfully sweet of you.
We should have known you'd be out there chasing trouble.
Joe, is that you?
The one and only. How's it going, Nancy?
Oh, just knee-deep in another case. You know the feeling.
Do we ever? There's one around every corner, isn't there?
You can say that again.
There's one around every corner, isn't there?
All right, Joe. Cheeky as ever, I see.
It's the secret of my irresistible charm.
Oh, brother. Listen, Nancy, we're taking off again tomorrow, but if you want to talk shop about this case, why don't you give us a call on the car phone? The number is 973-555-3393.
Sounds great. I'll do that.
Go get him, Nancy.
Good luck.
I was trying to call Bess and George, not Frank and Joe.
Hello?
It's me again.
Hey, Nancy. What's the latest, Nan?
Taylor Sinclair and Alejandro Del Rio have both earned a place on my suspect list.
Why?
Both admitted to being in the building at the time when the alarm went off.
Did they act defensive about it?
Not really. They both act as though they have nothing to hide.
Do you think they could be working together?
Judging by Alejandro's opinion of Taylor, I highly doubt it. But then again, stranger things have happened.
Yeah. Like in the 10th grade when Bess turned purple in the middle of her class presentation on greenhouse gases.
George, would you kindly put a sock in it?
Why would the thief keep leaving that awful red handprint at every crime scene?
Talk about a creepy trademark.
Oh, I'm just glad I haven't seen it. With my sensitive psyche, that type of thing is like a 10-year warranty for nightmares.
Does it have any meaning in Maya culture?
Not that I know of.
Well, somebody ought to know. You're surrounded by experts in Maya culture, for gosh sakes.
But maybe it doesn't mean anything at all. Maybe the thief just thinks it's glamorous.
Sure. I mean, who really wants anonymity after all? Thieves have to have style. Something to set them apart, right?
It's not just any old villain that gets a book deal these days.
I'll talk to you later, ladies.
Watch out for stale cookies!
What? Watch out for stale cookies. I'm gonna visit both of them.
Want a cookie?
Thanks, but I'm trying to cut back.
Any news?
Joanna says you performed an act of wizardry in helping Beach Hill acquire the Pakal carving.
Getting those provenance docs together was a pig and a half.
Oh,
they're on the up and up, I assure you. But to have been at the height of my career back before the crackdown, those were the days.
A pig and a half?
Maybe sometime I'll tell you a sad story I call How Mexico Lost Its Sense of Humor. Not today, though, Nancy.
The Pakal thief's glyph message translates to, "The magician suffers yellow death." What in the world do you think that means?
You've got me there.
I'd better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome. Let's go talk to Alejandro.
Buenos dias.
Do you know what cinnabar is?
The red powder that the Maya used? Sure, I know it. They use it at Beach Hill too, do they not?
Cinnabar was used to make the red handprint that was left at the scene of the Pakal theft.
What is your point?
I think Joanna may have been less than truthful with me.
Have you called the police?
I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Of course. Sister Joanna couldn't possibly be a thief now, could she?
I should get back to the museum.
Adios, Nancy.
Adios. And yeah, he gets to be a suspect, and so does the other brown man. But oh no, not Joanna. How could Joanna have done such a thing? Okay, well, not that. Okay, I got a key. Nothing else?
Who knew one piece of jade could have so much history?
I'm just quickly looking through this because I'm not sure if she's gonna walk in. Is that it? Hey, that's it. Okay, let's see if this key goes anywhere. Maybe the display cases? Hopefully. Yep. Release me, foul demon! Okay, that's how. Damn, I'm just tampering with shit now. Nancy Drew said this shit is mine now.
Why do I want to lug these heavy things around? Why do I want to lug these heavy things around?
Okay, so not that. Okay. I'm gonna finish this one puzzle. Then I'll end the stream. Wait, let me... 0 is a turtle shell. Right here. 0. 1 is a dot. dots. Bar is 5, so this is 7. I mean, this is 10, 12. This one is 5, 10, 15, 16. Seven. 16. 5, 10, 14. Great. 5, 10, 15, 18. 10, 11. That one's where it needs. 10, 12. 10, 14. 5, 10, 15, 18. 10? Big hat. Tongue sticking out. Eye patch with X on it is 6. 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. The doctor one. Doctor is 3. Five, 10, 15, 16. Five, 10. One is 7. This one is 12. One is 11. The one with the T. T on cheek is 13. Tongue sticking out. Removable jaws. Five, 8. 5. 10, 15, 0, 1, 6, 11, 16, 2. Two is a big hat with 5 fingers. Bars. Okay. Maybe here? This one would be 2.
That looks right.
Woo! I can check that off my list. What? What? Huh? Henrik, what the fuck, dude?
Henrik! Henrik!
Amnesia? Wow. Henrik must have taken a real nosedive off that pyramid.
Do you think he just fell, Nancy?
Or was he pushed?
Sounds like you need to find out about hospital visiting hours.
Yeah, but You'd better get the lowdown from Joanna first.
George is right. She is your supervisor, after all.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Game has been saved. I'll save it here too. Okay. Now, let's look to see how many people we have. We have 6! Not even including me? 6? How nice! Who are we gonna raid? How about we raid Brioche Betch? Currently playing Project Zomboid. I'll be back tomorrow to play Apollo Justice Ace Trilogy. Thank you for the follows. Remember to follow if you haven't followed. Bye, take care. You too. Bye-bye.